American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before. To restore competence and effectiveness to our federal government, my administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency.
President Trump continuing to lead the United States into what he calls the golden age, signing a whole bunch of executive orders, including the formation of the Department of Government Efficiency, better known as Doge.
So Doge got right to work cutting waste, including ordering DEI offices within the federal government to close up shop by 5 o'clock tonight.
That's right. Joining us now for more is a founding member of the Doge caucus in the Senate, Oklahoma Senator James Lankford. Senator, great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us. So we know that you met with the president last night. I understand he gave you a new challenge coin as well. What else can you tell us about that meeting?
So it was a good meeting. It was getting the leaders of the House and the Senate Republicans together to be able to talk about where we're going to go in reconciliation, what's going to happen next, and to really talk about unity, that we've got to be able to work together on this. We have a season here for the next 2 years where we know Republicans are going to be in the leadership, House, Senate, and White House. So we need to be able to actually use that moment for the benefit of the American people and get some things done.
Yeah, Senator, so Vivek Ramaswamy announced on Monday he's stepping away from his role with Doge. I know rumors are swirling he might run for the governor of Ohio, but its work continues, and so do the left's attempts to stop Doge from cutting government spending, waste, and paperwork. I mean, they're going to court to stop Doge. What do you make of this effort to keep the government big and inefficient?
So I would tell you, I don't know of an executive order right now that there isn't someone trying to be able to go to court to be able to stop. That's the first response of the left, is to be able to go to the court, see if they can find some judge somewhere that'll step in and say, no, I'm going to take over. I'm going to take over the power of the presidency. Doge is really interesting that they're going to the courts for this, because they're literally filing a lawsuit saying that the Doge folks are not filing enough paperwork. That is exactly the objective of Doge, is to do less paperwork and have fewer regulations, but they're literally suing them, saying you're not doing enough. They also miss the point. It's an idea. This is a waste less, save more whole concept to say this is not some real department. There's no real Doge building. It's a general idea, and they've just missed the point completely about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that last week you introduced the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act. I want to ask you about this, to protect newborns who survive abortions by requiring that they do receive care from health care practitioners. I know that you're expecting Democrats will try and block that bill when it goes to a vote today. Walk me through this, and will it have enough Republican support to pass?
We'll find out today. How about that? Because we're going to bring to the floor for the first procedural vote. We have to have 60 votes, so it's not just a matter of having enough Republicans. In the Senate, you have to have 60 to move it to a debate even. Like we did with the Lake and Riley Act, we were able to get 60 there to be able to move that. We have to do that with this one. This one's a very simple idea. Occasionally with a botched abortion, these are late-term abortions that instead of actually destroying the child in the womb, they'll accidentally deliver the child. And so now we don't have a baby in the womb anymore. Now we have a crying baby on the table. Well, current practice is when that happens and they actually deliver a child rather than destroying the womb, everybody just walks away and leaves the child on the table, literally crying. They watch them die, and then they dispose of the child because they can't take the child's life at that point. They have to just back up and then just allow the child to die on the rope. I think that's abhorrent. This should be one of those issues in America that we have disagreements on abortion. We have a disagreement on the beginning of life. But when you have a fully delivered, viable child sitting on the table, this shouldn't be an argument. That child should receive medical care on it. I know personally people that they were a survivor of a botched abortion. Their mom tried to abort them. Instead, they survived. A nurse literally moved them to another room, and instead of destroying that child, saved that child's life. And they're now alive and happy and a great adult at this point. This is not just an anomaly. This really happens. And in America, we should not just say we're going to let a child die of exposure. If a child is sitting there in front of us, we should at a minimum provide medical care for them.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.